Hey, welcome back to Holistically Healthy TV. I am your host, Jim Burdumy, and today is episode 19. It is also Monday, which means it's Movement Monday, but we're shifting gears just a little bit, and we're not doing the movement in the traditional sense. Today, I'm going to be telling you about the movement and the power of one, and how you can make just a little shift of movement in your life with whatever you're trying to do and can get a completely different outcome. So I have something lined up for you on my whiteboard. Let's go check it out. All right, so here we are. I have all this stuff written out for you, and we're going to go over this real briefly. So the power of one, like I just mentioned to you, the power of one can be huge because most of the time you only need a little movement to make a big shift. And it's not all the time, but I'm just saying most of the time. But most people's heads or thought process doesn't go in this direction. They think what? They think that they have to change everything that they're doing, or they may have to do a complete 180. Well, what, instead of doing 180 degrees, what if you only changed it 1 degree? What kind of shift would that have? And a lot of times, surprisingly enough, you'll have a greater impact in whatever you're trying to do. So whether you're trying to tweak your nutrition or tweak your fitness, or whether you're just trying to tweak your health in general, or even maybe your business, whatever aspect of life, you'll notice that a lot of times 1 degree, or as I'll show you down here, 1 millimeter of a shift can have a dramatic impact and mean all the difference. So the first example I'm going to give to you is with an airline pilot. So if an airline pilot is flying out of Philadelphia, let's say, and they're on their way to San Francisco, if they're off, and I don't know the exact math, but I do know this, if they're off by 1 degree of their destination, if their calculations are off by 1 degree and that flight pattern is altered, they will end up in a completely different part of the world. I mean, whether it's Canada or whether even it's higher up, I know that they will definitely not be landing in San Francisco and probably not even be anywhere near San Francisco. So that's huge, and they're only off by 1 degree. But 1 degree over a long period of time really adds up. And so with that, they could have a huge difference in their flight and their time, how long it takes them to get there, by having just that 1 degree shift in their calculation. And for someone else, it could be a 1 degree shift in their mindset or something like that. You move 1 degree when you're doing a biceps curl, and all of a sudden you can feel it in a completely different part of your arm and using a whole new muscle that you never thought that you had. So that's just one example. The second example I actually got from Tony Robbins, which I heard one time and I thought, wow, that's really, really powerful. And he actually got this example from reading a book from one of his clients that he was working with. So the story of that is he had this client who's supposed to be the best plastic surgeon in the entire world. He said he took a woman who was in her 80s and he made her look like she was 40, and he said that wasn't even a joke. And he's sitting in the guy's office one day and he's flipping through one of the books that this doctor had written, and he said that he's looking in and he has all these calculations and these diagrams, and one of the things that he noticed is that the difference, or the height of this part of our lip here, where the lip, upper lip and the nose meet, that distance right there should be the same distance as your eye, and if it's 1 degree off or 1 millimeter off, that means that you're okay looking. If it's 2 millimeters off, the joke is that he says that you're butt ugly. So I thought that was pretty funny. But the thing is that it's just such a dramatic, or it's not a dramatic change in the face, right? It's only 1 millimeter off that can have a huge impact on the way someone looks, or I guess the opinion of someone, whether they're pretty or butt ugly. So the point behind all of this and the idea of this Movement Monday is to get you thinking, where are you maybe only a little bit off? And that also adds a lot of positivity and takes a lot of the negativity out of the situation, right? Because if you're only 1 degree off, or you're only 1 millimeter off, that's actually not that bad. All you have to do is shift it a little bit. You don't have to do the 180, because you could put all of that work into doing that 180 degrees, and what is it going to get you? Maybe it's not going to get you anything. Maybe it will be a little bit better, but what if you only had to really put 1 degree or change it, a little bit? So consider that. I hope that gets you thinking a little bit about it. Question of the day for you: what is something in your life that you can make shift just a little bit that you think might have a dramatic impact, and maybe you're just projecting or being hopeful and you don't exactly know the answer, and that's okay, but what is that little shift that you could possibly make and that you'll be willing to make to try to improve whatever it is that you're trying to improve in yourself? And stay with me, because together we're getting healthier every day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe below. Please connect with me on Facebook or any other social media. All you have to do is type in Jim Burdumy. I would love to connect with you there. Have a good day.